Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be my first Halloween video of the year. I wanted to do a spin on a demon look. I got a lot of inspiration from different art pieces I found online. This was actually my main inspiration. Obviously I wanted to do it different, but just like the vibe. I also learned technique on the shading from Made You Look's Valentine Zombie video, so I'll link that down below too if you guys wanna check her out. She's amazing. If you're interested, then keep on watching. I need to do my brows first, and because my whole body's gonna be a different color, I'm gonna put a mixture of eyeshadows. I'm gonna take a little bit of this shadow here and a little bit of the green. This is the NYX Brights palette. Press it into the brow area. And the reason I'm using this powder instead of my face paint is because I feel like my brows are gonna go on better with a powder base underneath opposed to a cream or a paint base, which can make my brows kind of slide around. And I don't want my brows to slide around, okay? Nobody got time for that. So this way, just in case after you do your brows, if patches of skin show through, they're gonna be the same color as the rest of your body. I'm gonna quickly stencil on the brows using my Benefit Precisely My Brow number 4. I'm gonna go quickly through this because you guys have seen me do my brows many times and I'm not doing anything special for this. Place the stencil kind of along the same area that my brow's hanging out at. Once you have the basic shape, you can just take the stencil off and then fill in the rest manually. I'm just taking my MAC eyeshadow base in Soft Ochre. I'm just gonna apply this all over the lid. Putting the soft ochre on top of the shadow we laid down actually gives it like a light green color, which gives it a highlight. I'm listening to music too because I feel like with these kinds of looks, I need more of a creative headspace, but I don't like to do voiceovers. I'm compromising with half music, half not. I'm gonna do that same mixture of eyeshadows that I did around my brow and apply those to the lid. This is a Smith 256. And then just feather it out to the edges here. I'm gonna take a blending brush and sweep over that so it's not as blue. Next, I'm gonna go into the ZOEVA Max Spectrum palette, and I'm gonna pick up this forest green shade and mix it once again with this turquoisey color here from the NYX palette. We're gonna put this in the crease using a Smith 230. Placing that on the outer part of the crease. And I'm also gonna place it on the outer V of the eye here. Now that I have that on, I'm using my Kat Von D tattoo liner. This is in Trooper, and I'm gonna create a fierce wing. Now I'm gonna fill that in with my INGLOT gel liner, 77, it's just black. I'm using a craft brush from Michaels. The reason I do this is because the INGLOT gel liner just looks so dark to me. It's the darkest, and it doesn't come off at all or budge. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Now that we're done with the liner, I'm gonna use my House of Lashes Iconic. These are the Iconic Originals. And I'm gonna place those. I already put this eye on. Coming from above. Boom. Sticking them on the center, and then I'm gonna stick the corners down. And then I'm just pinching my natural lashes with the falsies so that they're all like one unit. And I'm using these are from MAC, specifically for eyelashes. And then I like to prop them up with my fingers after they're already almost dry and like really, really tacky, because it's gonna really open up the eyes. If there's ever a time where I want my lashes to be extra dramatic and like stick up really high, it's during Halloween looks. If you ever bought a pair of eyelashes that for some reason they were too heavy for you, this is the perfect time to use them. The bigger the better. I'm thinking that I actually also want to intensify the outer corner of the crease just a little bit. So for that, I'm gonna use my Melt Stack black eyeshadow. Any black eyeshadow you guys have. I'm gonna take my Small Dose of Colors detail brush and I'm gonna dip it into my black shadow, really connect the wing to this crease. And I only dipped into the black shadow one time because I don't want it to be too much. And also make sure that when you lay black eyeshadow down that you blend it all out first before you add more to the look, because that's when it starts to get a little crazy, you know? Okay, next we're gonna take a white liner pencil, and you're gonna wanna take this pencil and map out all the shapes on your face before we paint the whole face. We're just gonna wanna have like gaping holes all up in our mouth area. I'm just kind of going, there's no specific shape. Just try not to make them look too uniform, make them all look different. I do one down here that just starts right here and goes up. Teardrop. Some up here, like some tears of the skin. I don't like that. I'm gonna take that off. The good thing about drawing things with a white pencil is you could always erase easily. So if you don't like something, okay pues. Now what I'm gonna do is mix some paint. So the color reference that I'm going for is this drawing that I found here. So this is the color that I like for my body. We're gonna mix that using this Mehron palette right here. This is a good face painting palette because it kind of just has every color. This is the palette on the inside. I'm just gonna mix colors until I get this color. And this is a water activated paint. So you just need a little bit of water and you're good to go. This is pretty close. I'm just gonna use a flat foundation brush to apply this. What I put in the crease, I'm just gonna put that on my lower lash line really quickly. I'm just gonna smoke that out using a blending brush before we move on and get a little bit messier with the makeup because you do wanna look not eye baggy, but a little bit more dead. I'm gonna take a black liner and line my waterline with this. This is the Urban Decay 24 Hour. What a mess I'm making here. Now that same green and blue eyeshadow from the NYX palette and just smoke out that black. I made a mixture of paint from my Makeup Forever Flash palette right there, and I'm gonna use that to fill in all of the little crevices that we made. Using a Sigma Detail concealer brush, by the way. I just basically mixed like the colors that I used on my face already with black to get this color because I want it to be like a darker version of it. All right, now we're gonna do the shading inside these gaping holes. I'm going into this color and this color from the ZOEVA palette on a flat brush. We're gonna start to give these depth. So anytime there's like a curve, that's where you want it to be the darkest, and then you fade around it. And then you get lighter as you go down. And I'm gonna keep all my darkness on this side of the gaping holes. So I got inspo on Made You Looks channel. She has this Valentine's Day zombie, and I don't know how long ago she did that, but that's where I learned how to do this part of the shading. She's so good. You guys should definitely check her channel if you have not. She is like a special effects face painting master. I'm gonna take a black shadow and add even more depth to these, what are they, gaping holes? Rotting flesh. I look like a zombie smurf right now. We're going in with black here. Now that we did the shading inside the mouth, we're gonna do the shading around the gaping holes. I'm gonna take a blending brush, same blue eyeshadows we've been using. Basically, I'm just gonna start going around every curve and hugging the curves. I'm gonna take the same little Dose of Colors pencil brush and the darker blue shade and get a little more detailed around these edges. I'm also gonna just hit the edges of my face with the same blue mixtures, just like you would do your regular bronzer. I'm just gonna make sure you bring that shading down here as well. The next thing I'm doing is taking the Mehron 3D gel. This is the same thing I used in my Melting Skull video last year, and I crushed up some of the shadow that I used for my eyes. It was painful, but it had to be done. And what I'm gonna do is put that and mix it with the 3D gel and hope that it turns it the right color that I need, because we are going to drip. This could go horribly wrong. It's one of those things where I'm just totally testing right now.
It was at this moment
Desi, she
fucked up.
I repeat, do not mix eyeshadow with the 3D gel. I found that it had a hard time drying once I did that, whereas in the past, when I applied it normal and painted over it, it had a lot better outcome. So do that instead, because this is where it went wrong for me. This is hot, so you want to test it to make sure it's not going to burn your face off for real. Let's hope for the best here. Let's start right over here. I'm trying to manipulate it. Alright guys, so that is it. I am demoned. I just popped on the white contacts, which I don't know if people wear these because I can't see anything right now at all. A black wig and some little demon horns. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up. I'm excited for the rest of the Halloween videos, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm eating it. Excuse me. If I could open it. Steven. Am I trying to open it from the wrong side? Oh my god, just kill me now. Oopsie. I'm gonna make a mess right now. Mustang salad now, baby. Ooh.